Hi, my name is Aman Paswan. In this short video, I'll walk you through the resilient email sending service I built as a part of selection assignment. This system ensures reliable delivery using retry fallback providers, rate limiting and circuit breaker pattern, all backed by MongoDB loggings. First, go let me give you a brief introduction how this program works. First, the application makes post require post requires to send endpoints with required fields with required field here, which includes id, body, subject, and to whom we are sending. Then after that we check for duplicacy or availability of in our database. Here we are checking existence. After this uh, after this we are uh, checking rate limiting. Okay, we already set rate limit to 5 per minute. If rate limit exceeded from that, status will be updated to rate limited. Okay, then we try providers with circuit breaker and fallback. First we try provider A, then we try provider B. After this, uh, af- after this message email will be sent. If both providers fail to send email, status will be updated to failed, and with the error message of both provider failed. Now let me walk you through folder structure. We have one models email log, two providers, provider A, provider B. We have routes. We have two routes: send and to send send the email, and we have another to check the status of the email. Then we have four services. Circuit breaker. This is the logic of circuit breaker pattern we have used, and email service. This is the core logic of our program. Then we have rate limiter, re- retry helper, and db.js for connecting to MongoDB, and then server.js. Now, uh, I would like to go through each file, starting from server.js. First, we connect to MongoDB, then MongoDB. Then we set two providers, provider A and provider B. We set rate limiter to 5 per 60 seconds, means 1 minute. Then we have email service, which is our core logic of program. Okay, then uh, routes, all the routes are under API endpoints, API path. Okay, then there is one more API to get both email services running or not. Okay, then we are also handling also doing unhandled promise rejection, get, and uncaught exceptions. The- uh, Let me go to provider A. We have class, and send we first once that email send email is triggered, we got the sending email using provider A in console. Then there is a function to send email. We do like this. 70% of the time provider A will be used. If there is no error in the provider, we did it intentionally to test the fallback functionality. Here I have introduced intentionally error. Here write the m small. So in starting provider B will be used. Then same is the logic for B here. And also we can use real provider also here. I can do real providers also, but according to you, we need to use mock providers, so I did use mock. Okay, then uh, I would like to go to email log. Okay, then we have email logs, we which is model. Email logs contain email id which will be unique for each email, then whom we are sending, the subject, body, and status. We are having five status: pending, sent, failed, retread, fallback. Fallback will be uh, updated when we use, when one provider gets failed and another will be used. Initially we set the status to pending. In our code also we set the to pending. Sent if email got email is successfully sent, failed if there is any problem, and retried. Okay, then retry count. Each time we retry one provider, we increase the retry count by one, then created at which provider used, and if we get any error, the error it will be updated in error message. Then I would like to go to services folder. We uh, we have retry, let me rate limiter, let me go through rate limiter. Rate limiter and ensures we don't exceed a set of limit per minute. Here we are using try remove token. Okay, if limit is exceeded, email fails immediately with failed status, and message will be an error message will be updated to rate limit exceeded. Okay, this is important because it prevents spamming or overloading providers. Now, let me go to circuit breaker. Now, in circuit breaker, we are set setting. We did set threshold to 2 and time to 1 minute. If any provider fails for continuous three times, then cooldown period will be set to 60 seconds. Means that provider will be temporarily closed for 60 seconds, and next different provider will be used for that period of time. Here, each time provider failed, we increase the failure count to 1, and here we are checking the conditions. If failure count increased to 3 or greater than 3, which will be greater than threshold, we open the state, means open the circuit breaker state to open for that provider, and next attack, and then update the next time also, which will be current time plus cooldown, which is 60 seconds. Okay, so next time it can try after 60 seconds. Now I would like to go to retry helper. Here, retry, it implements retry with exponential backoffs. Retry, it retries sending with increasing delays if it fails. Okay, delay after every 100 millisecond. Then email service, this is our core implementation of program, means this is our heart of the program. First here, this is a constructor. We set the providers, rate limiter, breaker, and then everything we set. 3 circuit breaker to 3 and 60 ms, मतलब 60 seconds. Here, first we check the existing, if email with email id is existing or not. If we get response of existing is true, we check the status: send, fallback, used, pending. If these three status is there, we immediately return from the program to prevent the duplicate sending. And if we get failed status or another, we continue with we continue proceeding first, and then we get, if we uh, get the status failed, we retry again we can retry for sending that email, and if we retry to sending, retry will be retry count will be increased and status pending. Okay. Or if we don't have any data, then we set the initial state, the initial data and status to pending. Okay. That after that we use rate limiting, we check rate limiting. Okay. After after this we check each provider, we try each provider with circuit breaker and fallback. Provider A will be used first, and provider A will be used. And if we, if provider A failed, we will be using provider, like here we have included I0 is true, means provider A is used, then we send. And then provider A does not did not used at all, then provider B will be updated. Then data will be updated with fall, status will be updated with fallback used, and then provider name will be displayed. Okay. And then uh, if both the providers failed, then we update the status with failed and error message with all providers failed. And here to get the status of the our program is means providers is running or not, or email service is running or not. Now I would like to show you um, data. I would like to show you API endpoints, test 1 2 1 2. Okay, let me send this here. Provider A is used first, then it get failed due to math is not defined. Provider B used, then provider B is sent. And if we try to send this again, we check the database first, and then we got I got the uh, data, and then we immediately return from our program. Next I would like to show you circuit breaker. We again send the, then again provider A failed, provider B used. Then here we are checking again, we are doing provider A, provider A failed, provider B used. And again here directly uh, we directly used provider B is keeping the provider A because of circuit breaker opened in provider A. Now to I would like to check the status for this. If we check the status, we got status fallback used because a provider A failed. And there is one endpoints, email service is running. I have shown you, and let me make some changes. Now now provider A will be used. Here we updated the provider A functionality, we I corrected it with capital M, and now we can move with provider A as here. uh, Let me show you the DB, MongoDB here, which where I am inserting all the data. Here, last data updated. Here, provider A used with zero retry. Here, fallback used, provider A failed. We did not retry anytime. Here, provider B also one time failed. Because of that, we retry the count with provider B. So this is all from my side. uh, I will deploy this program and fill the form. Thank you.